Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to week number 6 of the RPA. Apologies if the video is a bit more, quieter. Quieter for this section at least. I am making the bad mistake of recording this at 2:30 in the morning. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. But this week we're taking on Coach Orion of his team, the Scarf Wearers. So, going into this game, we got a victory against Pogitoed last week, kind of working his team pretty much in all facets of the game, playing a good, safe game, and making sure his unscarfed Pokemon couldn't beat me at the end. It was a nice, solid win that we desperately needed to stay in the playoff race. Right now, we're at 3-2, I think +3 differential, which the record is good, but we need more differential. But honestly, differential doesn't matter if we just keep winning. But this week's going to be pretty pivotal in deciding how the rest of my season will go. But I just got to keep winning. That's pretty much all I have to do. Just keep winning. And I feel like I can definitely do that. But that's enough of the background. Let's get into the game. So you can see my team on the left, their team on the right. They start out with Mega Typhlosion. So Mega Typhlosion is their, well, obviously they're Mega, but it's a very threatening special wall breaker. It has, I figure it's best if I just show you what it does. So they have Mega Typhlosion. This is just a sample EV spread that I think they'll run. So it has a monstrous special attack stat, base 159, same special attack stat as Mega Delta Charizard, base 110 speed, being able to outpace everything, or Delta Charizard and below. Its ability Supercell allows it to get a 1.5 times special attack boost in either rain or darkness, which is kind of problematic for my team because darkness is one of my main gimmicks. So, aside from that, it gets good coverage with Dark Pulse, Dazzling Gleam, Discharge, Energy Ball, Flash Cannon, Grass Knot if it wants another Grass Stab, or Grass coverage, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, moves like that. It can pivot with Volt Switch and gets good damage with White Thunderbolt. And it has a solid utility with Knockoff too, which that'll be something to look out for. But that's Delta Typhlosion. It gets Fire Punch. It doesn't have an awful physical attack stat, but its main niche is special attacking. So, yeah. So their next Delta and next Pokemon on the team is Delta Superior, or Superior. It has multi-scale as its primary ability, but its hidden ability Drizzle is what I think he may bring. With Flip Turn, this thing becomes a super, annoying rain setter. Because it can afford to run Damp Rock, unlike Pelipper. Pelipper pretty much has to run heavy duty boots if it doesn't want to get heavily weakened by Stealth Rock. This thing can afford to run Damp Rock and not lose something so crucial. It gets good access, or good utility with Glare. It can set up with Calm and Coil or Dragon Dance. It gets Defog. Knockoff. Whip Turn for pivoting, U-turn for pivoting. Thunderwave and Toxic to spread status around, and Scald to spread status around. It's just a really annoying support Pokemon. It gets Swag Off to heal. Super duper annoying Pokemon to face, and I fully expect him to bring it, but I can see him not bringing it, but Rain is his team's main gimmick, so it feels awkward to see him not bring it. Next up, they have Urshifu Rapid Strike, which is their primary rain abuser on their team, aside from the Delta Typhlosion. I fully expect this thing to run Choice Scarf to kind of catch the Chien-Pao off guard. It gets moves like U-turn, surging strikes, close combat, ice punch. It gets a lot of stuff to hit my team with. Iron Head, it gets its choice of Iron Head or Poison Jab to hit Scream Tail. And it can just be a general nuisance. I can see him running Choice Band as well. But Scream Tail is going to be important in shutting that thing down. Next up they have Celesteela. Celesteela is a super bulky steel flying Pokemon that can be physical or special. It can be defensive or offensive. It's a very, very much so a Swiss Army knife type Pokemon that can fill whatever niche it wants. So it can run Autotomaz, Meteor Beam. It can run Stolly Leech Seed sets. It's so good here, and it's going to be so annoying for my team to take down. Next up, they have Delta Tangrowth. Delta Tangrowth is a ground fighting type, basically Great Tusk type, with the abilities Dry Skin, Sand Force, and Rough Skin. Realistically, if he brings this, I expect Rough Skin to be its ability, and just to kind of punish Chien-Pao for Quick and Crunch, it may be Rocky Helmet with Rough Skin, just to stack residual chip damage. But it has the same stats as normal Tangrowth, a lot of HP, a lot of defense, with respectable attacking stats, but not great speed or special defense. It gets Spikes and Stealth Rock, so it's a hazard stacker, which my team doesn't really like since I only have 2 hazard removers. Granted, they're one of the more reliable hazard removers in the game, but Great Tusk has an awful matchup here, and I'd be relying a lot on Tornadus, who doesn't really want to come in on a lot of the steel types, especially the Typhlosion. So, but luckily for me, Tornadus matches up pretty well into the Delta Tangrowth. So, yeah, but it gets Toxic to sprint status around. Generally a bunch of like ground and fighting moves. It gets Fire Punch to hit the Ferrothorn. Knock off to remove items. And it gets rock coverage, as is typical of ground types. So that is Delta Tangrowth. Next up, they have Nihilego. Speaking of Meteor Beam sweepers with Celesteela, Nihilego is also another fun option for a Meteor Beam sweeper. It can run Choice pretty effectively here. If it wants to run Choice Scarf, it can, but I feel like it not being forced to be locked into moves is super good here. He may run a speed boosting set, but this thing can generally be a nuisance with Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam. So Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam, Power Gem, and Hidden Power Fire to deal with Ferrothorn. It's going to be a super duper annoying Pokemon to face that I'll need to run some ground coverage for on some Pokemon, but yeah. Next up they have Metagross. Metagross is, well, Metagross. It's a solid steel type. I probably would have liked to see them do like a water type rain abuser here, but Metagross is far from helpless. It gets Stealth Rock and it gets access to Autotomize and Cosmic Power. Well, actually, I think it's like a Rock Polish or something, but or Agility, I don't know. It gets some speed boosting that can be used in tandem with Weakness Policy to create fun snowball sweeps. And yeah, it's just a Swiss Army knife Pokemon, but I don't know that it'll come here. Chien-Pao and Mega Delta Charizard match up super well into it, and since those two are like pretty much guaranteed to be on all my teams, I don't think it's a good idea. The Delta Scrafty is their next Pokemon. Delta Scrafty is a pure grass type with rough skin. I can see this be used in tandem with Rocky Helmet as well, but to a lesser extent because Chien-Pao can just beat it anyways. So, looking at its moves, it has a lot of physical attacking moves, including knockoff. It doesn't get a pivoting move, which is super duper good for my team. I think he's ran this like think he's ran this with like a mono, like, I forget what type, but he ran a weakness policy set on this week 1 or week 2, which was super heat to see, but it didn't end up doing much. So yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure how much it'll do. I have plenty of options for it, I think, with Chien-Pao and Tornadus and Screamtail and Ferrothorn. Like, I feel like I have plenty of options for it. Same thing with Gorbis. Gorbis is a pretty much a Shell Smash sweeper, but it's very, very weak. Like, I think he tried to get a Shell Smash sweep with it going, but he only did like 70 or like 50 at +1 or at +2. So Gorbis is like pretty weak as a Shell Smash sweeper, and then the he has a Delta Beldum as his last Pokemon, which it's pretty much only there for Sticky Web. But that is his team, and let's just go into my team. So first up, I started off, as I usually do, with Chien-Pao Mega Delta Charizard. Chien-Pao holding heavy-duty boots because I'm really afraid of the prospect of Delta Tangra Hazard Stack. Crunch, Ice Spinner, Psychic Swing, Sword Stance. This is pretty much all the coverage I needed. I didn't feel like I needed Sacred Sword to deal with the Delta Typhlosion. I might come to regret that, but realistically, Crunch will be hitting it hard anyways, so I don't really think I need it. So, yeah, the EV spread here is to allow me to outpace the Delta Superior. I have Max Attack Adamant to make sure everything's hitting as hard as possible, and then 48 Spadef is what was left over. So next up, I have Mega Delta Charizard, the other half of this offensive duo. Shadow Ball, Earthquake, Ice Beam, Draco, Meteor. Shadow Ball literally hits everything on his team hard. I have Meteor, Earthquake to hit the Delta Typhlosion and the Nihilego. I think this attack investment is to allow me to OHKO max HP Delta Typhlosion with Earthquake, because I noticed he likes running bulk on his Delta Typhlosion from the one paste I've seen. Then Ice Beam is there for the coverage, and Draco Meteor is just there for a nuke move if I need it. Draco Meteor may change between now and the time of the game, but yeah, that's the general idea. I might put Flame Charge on there, I don't know. So, next up I have Specially Defensive Ferrothorn with leftovers Iron Barbs, Spikes, Leech Seed, Iron Defense Body Press. His special attackers can't really threaten Ferrothorn much, and then Iron Defense, if I get 2 free Iron Defenses up, this thing I think can pretty much win, providing the Urshifu is down. Actually, if Urshifu is down, I think this thing outright wins if I get an Iron Defense up. And there's a lot of stuff I can set an Iron Defense up on. Him having no Ghost type is really vital for this, since Body Frizz can't affect Ghost types. But yeah, the main thought here is to get this in on something like Nihilego or the Delta Typhlosion and set up an Iron Defense on their face and just try and snowball out from there. And yeah, a lot of good special bulk here, and for a team with a electric steel type special breaker, having something to resist both those stabs is really crucial. And another thing that resists both the stabs is Eelektross. Eelektross is going to be AV once again this week with Grass Knot, Stomping Tantrum, Thunderbolt, and U-Turn. This is a bit of an awkward EV spread that I honestly forgot what it does. I built this during a geology class, so yeah. Grass Knot is there for the Delta Tangrowth. U-Turn is there for pivoting. Stomping Tantrum is there for Delta Typhlosion. in Nihilego, I didn't really need attack investment because I need to invest a lot to be able to OHKO the Delta Typhlosion, and I'm just going to be two-shotting it anyways, and I can eat the hit. So I didn't really see the point. The speed is to speed creep, base speed, Celesteela, and, well, Thunderbolt is there for a general stab move, and I think this also kind of maximizes the odds I have of 2-hit KOing Celesteela. So, yeah. A big part of my plans to deal with Celesteela are revolving around this Eelektross set. I have to keep this healthy, and I also have to keep Charizard healthy, and that's why Scream Tail is on the team. Wish Protect, Dazzling Gleam, Stealth Rock, Vizdev to handle Urshifu, standard set. And finally we have Tornadus, Hurricane, U-Turn, Defog, Heat Wave. Pretty standard Tornadus set that I actually did not EV. So we'll just do a bit of YVVing. So this hits 428. Timid. We'll just run max HP. Dump the rest into special attack. And boom. So that's the team. Hurricanes to hit everything as hard as possible. Heat Wave is there for the steals. Defog to remove hazards from the Tangrowth because I'm afraid of that. And then U-turn for pivoting, and that's the team. So I am going to, one, finish writing an essay I have due later on, and B, go to sleep because it is now 2:40 in the morning, and yeah, but anyways, I guess I will see you all in the battle. Peace. Okay, here we are in the battle. It is 11 a.m. for me. I'm sad to admit that I just woke up, probably because I recorded the team builder late. I don't know. But looking at his team, he does bring the Metagross, which I find very, very interesting. Celesteela obviously had to come, in my opinion. Urshifu, Rapid. Probably going to be Choice Scarf and Nihilego. I'm not sure what it'll be. It can either be Choice Scarf or a Flame, or not a Flame Orb. Speed boosting set. I don't know how I got that. It looks like a pretty standard rain team from them. So, looking at this team, I think probably the classic Tornadus lead is good here. Because if they lead Delta Serp, I can just U-turn out and just go into something else. So, I like Weed Torn. They lead with the Metagross. So, what do I lose by clicking Heat Wave? If they go into Hiligo, I can... Do you stay in? You may not, but yet again, you may. I'm just gonna attack what's in front of me, I think. Even though I feel like you should definitely go Nihilego here. But if you go Nihilego, I think I can just safely go Pharaoh. It's multi-scale. Okay, so it's not Drizzle, which is intriguing. Oh, we didn't bring Delta Typhlosion. Okay, so the Eel set is going to be a bit less effective. Okay, I'm looking at this team right now, and Ferrothorn doesn't look as good because Celesteela is probably going to have Flamethrower, and Nihilego is probably going to have HP Fire. So, yeah, I'm going to quick U-turn, I think. And then I'm just going to go Scream. Set rocks. Pretty easy play. They go Metagross. I'm going to go hard into Ferrothorn as they quick rocks of their own. I'll quick a Leech Seed. get a bit of like passive chip going on something. So this is a dual screen set. That is interesting. So he might try to do Autotomized Meteor Beam with Celesteela, or a Meteor Beam sweep with Nihilego. Could be SD Urshifu with Trailblaze. So that'll be something to look out for. So, given that fact, I'm going to go. I want to probably just go hard into Delta Zard. But I don't really know what you go into, is my problem. If I can eliminate this, I'll be in good shape. They go Delta Serp. I did quite a bit of damage, but he can just heal it back up, so it's probably not going to be ideal. I don't mind this thing getting statused. I'll just quick D-Gleam, attack what's in front of me. My god, this thing's gonna be annoying to deal with screens. Oh my god. That did nothing. Shoot. That did nothing. We could be in trouble. Okay, he didn't quick Trailblaze. I need to hit a Hurricane though. And I missed. Okay, so can Screamtail eat the hit? This is already awful. Poison Jab at +275 if it's adamant. I can gauge the damage with Tornadus. Therian. Dazzling Wing won't even kill, which is the awkward part. How about Chien-Pao? Chien-Pao. Why did I calc that? I needed to hit that Hurricane, but the 75 to 88, damn, I'm stuck. I think I gotta go Screamtail here. Losing Tornadus is like awful for this team. I want a quick Dazzling Wing because I think I can eat the hit. And I eat it. But he can Trailblaze now. Shoot. Wait, I want to protect and then die to poison. So that way he can't Trailblaze. Wait, he goes Celesteela. Okay, well, I cannot afford to lose any momentum. He's Air Slash, so that means he might be offensive. So, in this situation, well, my eel set is fucked now, because I can't. Okay, I'm going to make a play, because I gotta make plays while I'm on the back foot. You're switching is Delta Tangrowth. Are you kidding me? Bro. Oh, I'm getting cooked. I am getting cooked. Okay, if he gives me Celesteela, that isn't the worst thing in the world. I'll just quick T-Bolt again. And he just gives me the Delta Metagross. So now he goes into Delta Pharaoh. God, this is so bad. If the Nihil goes Scarfed, I'm screwed. Well, actually, no. If Nihil goes Scarfed, then I just gotta keep Ferrothorn healthy. So Celesteela is significantly chipped. I need to start making some headway into this. So I'm just gonna quick Grass Knot. They quick Earthquake, they forgot about Levitate. I'm gonna quick Grass Knot again. Because I have to make some progress here. Nihilgo Ferrothorn can beat. Okay. Let's see. I'm still a bit shaky about the Urshifu, but... Okay. Delta Charizard should be able to live a hit. Delta Charizard should be... I don't know what mistake my opponent made in prep, but it for sure cost him. It was probably something with the Celesteela. I want to go into this and just, well, quick Shadow Ball. Okay, so we kill that. He goes back into Delta Serp. I am going to sack Screamtail right now. Quick Dragon Pulse. At this range, do I kill with Crunch? Chien-Pao versus Superior Delta. Let's see. I'll just put in rain support. Looking at... was very much max HP. I don't know if it's max defense or not, but I'm not sure that that will matter. Oh, it doesn't matter, I don't think. I want to go into Chien-Pao and I'm just going to quick Crunch. Deleted. Okay, so this thing takes rocks damage. So that probably means it's choice. Which I think Deltazard can queen here. I kind of want to save that. Yep, that looks like it's choiced. So I'm going to quick body press. There goes Celesteela. Probably gonna quick flamethrower if I had to guess. Fire blast. Damn. Well, I'll just quick Shadow Ball. There goes Shifu. I mean, Chien-Pao can queen it up from here, so I feel good. But it wasn't like Deltazard is going to be able to queen it up. That was an interesting game. That Chien-Pao and Delta Charizard gaming, I guess. But okay, GG's to Orion. That was a fun game. I the dual screens definitely caught me off guard. So yeah, dual screens caught me off guard. That was some neat prep right there. Dual screens caught me off guard. Nihilego was probably choice scarfed. Um, it didn't take rocks damage. It could have been power meteor beam, but I wasn't willing to risk it. Judging by the way he brought it in and quite dazzling going versus Chien-Pao, that makes me believe it was choiced. So yeah. Celesteela was probably Autotoma's weakness policy. It looked more offensive. So yeah. Delta Superior was so annoying to deal with. Multi-skill was a really good prep on his end. And yeah, but we move to 4-2 on the season. Next week, well, yet again, I don't know who we play, but well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I gotta go back to writing an essay, so I will see you all in the next game. Peace.